Coming out, Philippines Tzu Chi volunteers arrive in Zamboanga City with rice and blankets ready to help those in greater need. We meet a group of organic farmers from the Tsou tribe and see how they coexist with our planet while growing their goods. Welcome to Dar Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. The political uprising in Zamboanga City of the Philippines recently came to an end. However, torrential rains and floods which followed forced more than 10,000 residents to flee their homes. To help with the assistance of the Navy, Tzu Chi volunteers arrived at Zamboanga with rice, blankets, and necessities ready to help those in greater need.
6:30 in the morning, Manila Tzu Chi volunteers set out to the Social Welfare Department's warehouse to move relief items for their counterparts in Zamboanga. Although residents' lives are slowly returning to normal in light of the recent political unrest, they are also in desperate need of outside assistance. Hence, 4,000 bags of rice, 3,000 blankets, along with daily necessities, set sail on a Navy ship from Manila to Zamboanga.
Due to the riots, what the displaced residents need most is food and shelter, and this aid will be able to help them.
Due to poor weather, the ship only reached the port of Zamboanga after 7 days. Offloading all the supplies was another challenge for the Tzu Chi volunteers, given the lack of manpower. Thankfully, with the help of the National Police, all the relief items were offloaded within a day.
The soldiers. Around 52 of them. This came from the Philippine National Police that we helped feed during the crisis. We sent some food for them. Now when we asked for their help because we could not possibly offload 4,000 bags. So we asked for their help and they sent 52 because they're just happy to return the favor.
The road to recovery hasn't been easy for Zamboanga's residents. The monsoon rains earlier this month resulted in one of the most severe floods the city has ever experienced, with more than 10,000 people evacuated to temporary shelters.
So our team is right now going to an area where it's still a little flooded to assist the damage. If we need to give them blanket or rice or do a medical relief mission.
In addition to the aid supplies from Manila, various kind-hearted people also sent toys to soothe and comfort children's rattled hearts. Although the road to recovery is long, working together, the journey will be one filled with joy and laughter.
Since 2009, Indonesia TIMA members have held large-scale free clinics at the local hospital for 5 consecutive years, with this year's free clinic held on October 11th and 12th. Besides medical staff from Indonesia, doctors from Singapore and Taiwan also joined the event, helping some 370 patients.
Here in Indonesia's Batam, Jeremias de Wol has had to live with a tumor on his face for the past 8 years. Though his life is not threatened by the illness, it has caused him much inconvenience.
If I successfully get rid of my tumor, I will be really happy. Without it, I can wear a safety helmet and it won't get stuck here.
Upon learning of Tzu Chi's free clinic a few months ago, Jeremias has looked forward to the event. Tzu Chi volunteers organized his transportation and accommodation to Batam, only to find out later that he was missing a signature on his surgery consent form.
He only brought his daughter alone. If he was unable to receive surgery, he would have been really disappointed. I would be too, because after all, I'd help him get here. I had to help, so I found his family to sign the papers for him.
I'm really happy. Thank you so much. A free clinic like this is great help to us. It would be impossible for me to save up and pay for the surgery on my own.
Another story of turning the impossible to possible is 15-year-old Arsart, who was born with a severe cleft lip. Due to his young age, the doctors had to minimize the surgery time while also fully fixing his lip.
The shorter the time or anesthesia, the safer it is for baby. Because bilaterals are very difficult because of and this is more difficult because one is complete, one is not complete. So the nose is a bit bigger and the tissues are different size. A lot of adjustments to do in operation.
Seeing Arsart coming out of the surgery room safely, his parents' minds are finally at ease.
Children with cleft lip, when they grow up, they won't be confident when they are with their friends. Right now, after the surgery, he will no longer feel ashamed.
It wasn't just about the quality of the surgery, from picking them up from the island, organizing their stay, arranging their meals, then accompanying them through the surgery and taking them back home. There are many moving stories I witnessed here today.
The medical team from 3 countries served some 372 patients in the 2-day free clinic. While alleviating suffering, the doctors also relish in the joy of giving.
At this year's free clinic held in Indonesia's Batam Island, among the 140 medical staff from Indonesia, Singapore and Taiwan are 9 doctors from the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital who have volunteered their time and paid for their own travel fees to help those in need.
Upon arriving at Indonesia's Batam, the medical team from Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital heads straight to the free clinic site. Doctors hope to reach out to as many patients as they can in the shortest time possible.
No, I'm not tired at all. I feel all right.
I come here with a heart of gratitude because I heard that there are over 100 cataract patients. After arriving here, I found many patients suffering from severe cataracts.
Seeing the number of patients arriving for treatment, doctors and nurses immediately get to work. Though coming from different countries, these medical staff share the same goal of saving lives.
The most important aspect of carrying out surgeries is to ensure the environment is sterile. Though the surroundings are simply equipped, we need to ensure it is all sterile and bacteria-free to avoid any complications afterward.
Though patients arrive one after another, giving medical staff no time to take a break, no one complains. Among the patients, Nuradi has been troubled by hernia for years and was grateful to have the opportunity to receive medical treatment.
If it wasn't for Tzu Chi, I wouldn't be able to receive this surgery. I want to thank the Tzu Chi Foundation for sending their doctors from abroad to help us.
If hernia patients don't receive surgery, their lungs might get stuck and put their lives in danger. So a surgery is necessary. I'm happy to help these patients.
It feels very different coming to this place. We are providing free medical services, but the level of gratitude shown by these patients has really left a deep impression.
Despite the heavy workload at the clinic, through reaching out to those most in need of help, these medical staff have gained the joy of giving and reignited their original passion for the medical field.
On October 10th, the Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter celebrated the opening of its Palembang liaison office in South Sumatra. Palembang is also the hometown of Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter Deputy Director Guo Zaiyuan. Thus, to see Tzu Chi's mission take root in Palembang for Guo is a great honor.
Indonesian Tzu Chi volunteers are celebrating the opening of the Palembang Tzu Chi Liaison Office. Palembang is the capital city of South Sumatra, which is situated some 600 kilometers away from Jakarta. Tzu Chi Indonesia Chapter Deputy Director Guo Zaiyuan was born here. Thus, seeing Tzu Chi prosper is a huge achievement.
This is a new beginning. I hope in the days ahead we can inspire more compassionate people of Palembang to join our efforts.
Born into an impoverished family, Guo left Palembang to work in Jakarta at the age of 14. What Guo is most happy about is being able to promote Tzu Chi's missions locally as a volunteer. While for more than a year the liaison office was being used as a meeting point, volunteers were notified 10 days ago that the location would become the Palembang liaison office.
The structure has deteriorated somewhat and required minor repairs. Over the past 10 days, we all worked in unity and harmony to get the repairs done.
Moving forward with everyone's best wishes, Tzu Chi volunteers in Palembang will continue to shoulder Tzu Chi's missions and strive forward to the future.
In Taiwan, according to data collected by an environmental group, 50% of the 102 vegetable and fruit samples collected from 12 traditional markets have pesticide residues. Had to make sure our food is safe and healthy. In our next report, we go to Mount Ali to meet a group of organic farmers from the Tsou tribe and see how they grow their goods without harming Mother Nature.
Kami mana tuasa zoe sosyongana toda leonici sienza oyona. 现在这是采收季啊。
那你们都自己采？
对，自己采啊。
66-year-old Tang Jingxian is an indigenous farmer from the Tsou tribe. For years, he has been growing organic tomatoes up on the mountain.
因为我们做有机，我们当初我们最大的。
We are growing our tomatoes organically. We are trying to find a balance between humans and nature. Right now, we are growing our fruits on old farm fields and using the other spaces for afforestation.
拿来耕种，其他的我们就来造林。
Other than Tang Jingxian, there are many other Tsou people that are currently growing fruits and vegetables organically. Driving around the mountain, we arrive at a hidden organic cabbage field.
A bug can eat all of this. If we don't find the bug, it will continue to eat until you find it.
This organic field does not use pesticides or chemical fertilizers. Instead, there are chickens.
为什么养鸡呀？
它很多虫啊，想说请他来帮忙吃一点虫。
We're growing our fruits and vegetables all by ourselves, so we know what is in them. We feel safer too.
Currently, there are many indigenous people that are using the small landowners and big land renters program to grow organic food.
This is something that you can't lie about. When you dig up the soil, you can tell if it has chemical fertilizers in it or not, because all the chemicals have unique smells.
Although everyone only farms a small piece of land, together the size of the organic fields here adds up to more than 40 hectares. Very soon, the first social enterprise in Taiwan was established with the goal of selling the organic food grown here. Today, the Guangyuan Social Enterprise is celebrating the opening of its first store. From now on, members of the public can purchase organic fruits and vegetables directly from these indigenous farmers.
We hope to educate them on how to sell their products. We hope the farmers can focus on growing high-quality organic vegetables.
This is Guangyuan Social Enterprise founder Wang Pengchao, who focuses on passing on positive messages and helping indigenous farmers make a living while still coexisting with our Mother Earth.
While working on growing organic vegetables, we also need to work on environmental protection. We hope to accomplish our economic, social, and environmental goals.
Now, with the help of social enterprises like this, these farmers not only enjoy a stable income, but also help safeguard the health of consumers.
If we use a lot of chemical fertilizers in our fields, in the end, all of the water inside the reservoir will be contaminated.
Although growing organic product is not an easy job, these indigenous farmers living on Mount Ali are determined to strive on. They even have a bigger goal, and that is Taiwan's National Day celebration came to an end last week, but left in its wake is the impact the event had on the environment. How can a balance be achieved between fireworks celebration and protecting the environment? Next, we bring you the idea of carbon neutrality, where tree planting will reduce electricity use can be factored in to offset the rise in carbon emission levels caused by fireworks.
Taipei 101's New Year celebration was hailed by CNN as one of the top 10 places to ring in the new year. However, in previous years, the celebration often left a large carbon footprint. In 2011, Taipei's 101 fireworks gave off 505 tons of carbon emission. Then in 2012, 570 tons. Also in 2012, the National Day celebration in Miaoli was around 473 tons. Thankfully, this year, the levels were greatly reduced. At the National Day fireworks held in Hsinchu this year, carbon emission levels were only around 167.7 tons. The Hsinchu government had also taken extra steps to offset the event's carbon footprint by planting trees, changing streetlights to LED light bulbs, and increasing the number of electric-powered buses. By choosing to set off green fireworks last year, Taipei 101's New Year celebration was able to reduce their carbon emission by 1/3 compared to previous years.
Last year, we chose to use environmentally friendly fireworks such as those with reduced smoke or luminescence. So we tried our best to be green while still maintaining our standards.
3, 2, 1.
In 2009, Sydney's New Year's celebration used green fireworks, which replaced chlorades with nitrogen. In this way, the fireworks burn cleaner and with less smoke. We can choose to buy carbon-reduced fireworks and use lighting effects and visuals to achieve the same overall effect. However, nationally, there are few factories manufacturing green fireworks. So in order to offset carbon emissions caused by pyrotechnic shows, currently other steps have to be taken. After last year's New Year's fireworks show, to achieve carbon neutrality, the Taipei 101 building shut off its exterior decorative lights for 6 consecutive days, which saved 7,600 watts of power.
Many times we will use downtimes to balance the carbon emissions put down during a fireworks show. This way we can achieve carbon neutrality.
In fact, all participants can do their part in offsetting the extra carbon emissions. We can choose to take a day off from eating meat or change our household light bulbs into energy-saving ones to help offset the carbon emissions from the event. Taiwan's Legislative Yuan has yet to pass the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Act. Thus, whenever there is a large-scale fireworks show, the government can only monitor the air quality as a way to safeguard citizens' health.
To monitor air pollution, we have detection stations set up in many places, so local EPA offices can help watch the air quality situation.
The air pollution monitoring stations send reports every 6 seconds to the Environmental Protection Agency and alert relevant offices when indexes are high.
Whenever there's a fireworks show, we will pay attention to the total particle matter in the air. The second is the level of sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide.
If citizens want to continue enjoying dazzling displays of fireworks, we should all do our part to neutralize the carbon emission levels in our lives and thus safeguard Mother Earth.
On October 13, 600 students from 30 schools around Malaysia put on 2 performances at the musical adaptation of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents. It was a night that brought the message of filial piety home for not only the students themselves but also those in the audience.
Bus after bus drop off the 600 students that will be participating in the upcoming Tzu Chi musical, whether Chinese, Indian, or ethnic Malay, all are here at Kuala Lumpur's Dewang Wawangsang Convention and Exhibition Center with the same goal.
Actually, I came with my friends, which is 26 from the school. I'm here as the first seed of the Bodhisattva to spread the big love to everyone. So I think this is my time to spread the love to my community as well.
Although there were differences in language and faith among the performers, thanks to the efforts of the Tzu Chis, in their 8 months of practice, such divides were all overcome.
Although we speak different languages, but fortunately there were subtitles so that everyone could understand. Tzu Chi is a volunteer organization, and Islam also teaches us to be filial, so their messages are the same. There was no problem with me studying the sutra.
The actors on stage did a wonderful job in transmitting the essence of the sutra to the 6,000 members of the public who attended the 2 shows. Many were inspired to reflect on their own lives and relationships, such as Lai Shiying, who now lives with her grandma.
从小到大，婆婆都一直这样子陪你。其实今天有看到婆婆很累吗？
有。其实我也讲，可以在家里休息，不要来，她不要。她1个钟头不在我的身边，我看不到她，我很紧张的，好像整个人要发疯了。
这次有什么收获啊？
我就觉得以前。如果不要多听了的话，以后我不会啊。妈妈，我爱你。我也爱你啊。
Through the performance, everyone, both on stage and off, learned the importance of filial piety and that its undertaking cannot wait.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Haiti once again visited the congregation at the Sisters of St. Anne. This time, however, they paid a visit to the congregation-run Christ the King Secretarial School, which starting from October 1st was able to hold classes in brand new classrooms built with the help of Tzu Chi.
We are in our places, with sunshine our faces.
Tzu Chi has helped with the reconstruction of 3 schools run by the Sisters of St. Anne, and on October 1st, students of the Christ the King Secretarial School held classes in their new classrooms, also courtesy of Tzu Chi.
We are pleased to greet you in our new school that you have built for us.
In honor of the volunteers' visit, students put on a performance to express their deep gratitude.
We have the darkness before. This is the light that we have now. It's the first time in the history of the Sisters of St. Anne in Haiti that we receive a big gift like that.
You will be one of the best office worker or business woman in Haiti. Yes, it is true.
In their new classrooms, these women hope that through their studies, they can find a brighter future for both themselves and Haiti.
At the Xiamen International Buddhist Items and Crafts Fair, Tzu Chi once again has a booth showcasing its products to the world. Staffing the booth are volunteers who say the time spent volunteering at the fair has been one full of learning and blessings.
At Tzu Chi's booth at the Xiamen International Buddhist Items and Crafts Fair, one not only finds young volunteers, but also Ho Bing, a previous medal winner in high jump at the Special Olympics.
Today, wearing these clothes, I'm like everyone else. Like the other volunteers, I introduce our Tzu Chi publications to the public. This is something that makes me very happy. Seeing others read the books and understand Tzu Chi better, I get so much out of that.
Also finding their time at the fair, their third in 3 years, to be more than fulfilling is this couple.
Here we learn so much, like how this clothing came about and why we should wear clothing made by dye technology. Here we learn all this and more.
At first, my initial idea was that I needed to work to sell the products. Now I realize that the important thing is to actually spread our environmental ideals to those that stop by.
With spokespersons like these volunteers, it is no wonder that Tzu Chi's Jingsi Books and Cafe booth continues to be one of the fair's most popular year after year.
We go to the United States at the end of the show as the U.S. Tzu Chi headquarters held 2 music concerts to raise funds for the Tzu Chi Walnut Education Center. The volunteers also put on the sign language musical of the Sutra of Profound Gratitude to Parents to remind participants to fulfill their filial duties. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching the headlines. Goodbye.